I'm Stephanie. I've been wanting to do a series of videos, and for that to happen, I need to start at my beginning. So for a little over 20 years, I've suffered through depression off and on. And I've always been able to, just manage and get myself out of it for spurts of time. And a friend was sharing their story and sharing their struggles, sharing that they were seeing a therapist. And through that conversation is what turned that light bulb on for me of, I don't have to do this all on my own. And so I did. I went in and I got a therapist, and I started talking to her and doing the work. And when I went in, I was in a bad place. Oh, it was a great experience. Because through the work, through talking to her in our sessions, the work and the goals that I was setting and doing outside of the sessions, I was able to get myself into a good place. And around that time that our sessions ended, I had a plan of I was in a good place. And I'm like, here's the work that I'm going to be doing to continue this and maintain, so I can stay in this good place and just even get in a better place. Just kind of like my little self-improvement plan, Project Me. And we have it set up so if I need to, she's still there. She's not going anywhere. I had a plan. But I'm sure I am not the only one that is well aware that sometimes plans do not go according to plan. Didn't mean to use plan twice in a sentence. But anyways. And so it's taken me a couple months to realize that I've stopped doing the work. And I had some big things. Right? So I was in a good place. Had a plan. Oh, did I have a plan? And a couple big things happened back to back. I found out a classmate had committed suicide, and it hit me really hard. And it still hits me hard. And around that same time, there was a little blow up within my family. And so that was a lot to deal with and process. And I'm still dealing and processing. I have a job that is very emotionally taxing. And if it requires a lot of self-care, or you're just going to get trained and burnt out. And so those are a bunch of little things, throughout the day, throughout the work day, week after week. And so we've got that just kind of sprinkling on top of these other two big events that I was trying to work through. During all of these kind of stacking on top of each other. I didn't realize at the time, but it took me a couple months to realize kind of what was going on. Can't get out of bed, no energy to do anything. Coming home from work, I just want to lay on the couch. I just want to go to bed. So finally, I was like, what is going on? And it dawned on me, I stopped doing the work. I stopped doing all the work that I was doing to get me to a good place. And that plan that I had to maintain and keep getting into a better place, I hadn't even touched it. And I was like, well, this isn't good. I keep people at arm's length. This is so out of my comfort zone. It's just not even funny. But I think it's important to talk about. But there are a few people that I've talked to about being depressed, and I usually would hear, oh, but you're always smiling or laughing. I had no idea. Usually, I was around people most of the time, I was smiling or laughing. But it quickly left when I was alone. When you're alone, those thoughts, they can really get you. So I know that when you suffer from depression, your thought process gets skewed. Things just aren't firing right up in there. And so even though I know that, I would still get, those thoughts still came. The thoughts like, no one likes you, no one wants you around, everyone would be happier if you were gone. I really try not to generalize too much about depression because everyone is so different. But I'm going to generalize about this. If these thoughts are shared, we're not sharing it for attention. We're sharing it with someone that we trust. We're sharing it to find a connection with someone, a connection that helps us with those thoughts that we're not really alone, that we are wanted. And I don't know, I'm just saying, don't turn them away. I just want to encourage anyone that is watching this, if you are currently suffering from depression, be kind to yourself, give yourself that grace. It's okay to talk to somebody, find someone in your area that you're able to see, that it's so helpful having someone that's been trained to be able to guide you through this process. If you need to, start with your doctor. If that is too scary of a step for you, you can, and especially if you're feeling like you can't go any farther, call the suicide hotline. Your work, if you're working, your work might have a number that you can call for assistance. It's set up for where you can call about if you're stressed, and they have people that are trained to answer the phone. That's a great place to start too if you have no one else to talk to. So why did I share about my depression? So I'm moving forward on my journey for myself, a journey to like myself, a journey of self-acceptance, all of that lovely stuff. And I'm going to do it here. And it's very, very scary. Very, very scary. But I am excited. I'm excited. This is going to be my journey of me doing the work. And so I have 3 goals that I have set that I have taken from my previous plan. This is a new one. This was not on my original plan, but it felt really right for me. And so I'm jumping in, and I'm sharing it publicly and talking about it publicly because I think it helps. If my journey is going to help someone have that same thought process, then yes, I'm going to do this publicly. So this video series is the first one. And what is this video series? It is going to be me reporting on my goals. I'm going to do daily goals, and they are going to be whatever I feel like I need that day. One day it might be I might feel like I need to do something fun. Another day I might feel like, oh, I really need to clean up my dining room. And so it's just going to be really intuitive what I feel like I'm needing that day. I'll be reporting back. More welcome to follow my journey on Instagram or here if you want to. The other goal I have is a gratitude journal. I think it's very important, especially when it's hard to see things that you're grateful for when you're suffering. For me, I really feel like this is something I need to do. And so each night I'm going to write at least one thing that I'm grateful for that day. Then the last thing that I'm going to do is a passion project. The thought of this came when I was doing my sessions, and it was something that just made me really excited. And I just really wanted to do it. But I never did. And so I'm like, hey, I'm getting back on doing my plan. This was on that plan, was to do this. And it's going to be a video series on financial literacy. I know it doesn't sound exciting, but I'm really excited for it.